On Saturday, November 2nd, Canelo Alvarez, aka Thor, the God of Thunder, scored a knockout over Sergey Kovalev that seems to have left more questions than answers.
Canelo, is he the one, no? Cash cow face of boxing trying to let you know. Was the win over Kovalev legit for show, or was the fight fixed like Floyd and Big Show?
Yo! Let's get it! Right now, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. We are going to figure out once and for all, was the fight between Canelo Alvarez and Sergey Kovalev a fixed fight? But you should know this before you enter the video. What you are about to hear is a fair, balanced, and unbiased look from both sides of this discussion. This video is strictly about the fighters and what happened inside the boxing ring. So if you can handle that, right now, you need to buckle your seatbelts and get your popcorn ready, cause we going in. The Emazing Eric Boxing Show starts now.
Starts now.
E-fam, what's good? I know we've been away for a few weeks. We've been running from the wildfires out here, but we back in the studio now, and it's on. We are getting ready to go 3 levels deep into this whole Canelo Kovalev fixed fight theory. The funny thing is, I have good friends, boxing brothers of mine, on both sides of this equation. Some are totally convinced that this fight was fixed, and others are totally convinced that it was a clean, solid win by Canelo Alvarez. And know this, I am not trying to change anyone's mind. I'm just saying, let's look into it, look a little deeper, and look at it from both perspectives. These are the 3 main talking points on this discussion. Okay, the first one is, from the pre-fight build-up to the actual fight, Kovalev never acted like he really wanted to win. Kovalev never wanted to win. And for everyone listening to this that feels the fight was fixed, keep it real. This is like the jump off spot right here, right? This is like the first shred of evidence that makes you feel that something wasn't right about this fight, right? But know this, you could be 100% right in that assessment, and that still doesn't necessarily mean that the fight was fixed. I don't know if it was or wasn't fixed, but let me unpack what I'm saying. You heard me refer to Canelo Alvarez as Thor in the intro, right? You've also seen me playing clips of Thor throughout the video to this point, right? Cause that's who Canelo walks around the sport of boxing acting like he is right now. Thor, the God of Thunder, walking around with the tight t-shirts on, or the shades, or the swag on 100,000. He acts like he's the biggest star in this sport. And on the other side, you got Kovalev, who used to be a bully in the sport, the crusher, walking around trying to punk people, an incredible Hulk figure in the boxing game. And then one night, and one punch to the chin from Andre Ward, this punch right here, changed everything. And he's still the Incredible Hulk, but now he's the post-Thanos Hulk. Yeah, the Hulk after Thanos beat him up, knocked all the bully out of him. This Hulk right here, look at him, sitting up here in a diner in glasses and a sweater vest, like an oversized Old Navy model. As a superhero head, I can't stand this Hulk. He makes me sick. Lost all of his swag, all of his confidence, and that's how Sergey Kovalev is right now. And we saw it play out when these 2 fighters met for like the first time on the 40 Days special. Canelo comes around the corner, full of swag and confidence. Here comes Kovalev around the corner, just happy to be there. I'm just looking around. He sees Canelo, he starts acting like a fan. Can I get a selfie with you? Can I get a selfie? I knew it was over when I saw that. Reminded me a lot of when Anthony Joshua handed Andy Ruiz Jr. his belts. You knew something was off with Joshua when you saw that right there. And I knew something was off with Kovalev when I saw this right here. So if you truly feel that Kovalev was never in it to win it, I can say, I agree with you. I don't think the old crusher showed up. He didn't come to the ring with that winning, crushing mentality. But that does not necessarily mean that the fight was fixed. That happens in boxing all the time. It depends on where a fighter is mentally in their career. Let's use Kovalev for a further example. Think about the Elator Alvarez fight. Alvarez came into the first fight, stopped Kovalev, broke him down, knocked him out, full of fire, full of passion, comes into the rematch and he's never there. He's not doing anything, he's just surviving, standing in the ring. Mentally, he was never in the fight to win it. That happens in boxing. And again, let me say, I don't know if this fight was fixed or not. A lot of you listening don't know either. It's all speculation and opinion right now. All I'm saying is, I am not prepared to say that it was fixed because Kovalev came into the ring a mentally defeated fighter. We have seen that many times over in the sport of boxing. Okay, moving on to number 2, and this is a big one here, y'all. The second reason I'm hearing a lot of people say Canelo Kovalev was a fixed fight was Kovalev never threw any hard right hands. Kovalev's right hand. Now this is one that it really doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on here. You could believe the fight was fixed or you could believe the fight was legit. We all can agree that Kovalev's right hand was non-existent at best in this fight. But what we can disagree on is the reasons why. And it is totally fine and okay to disagree about the sport of boxing. And I understand, trust me, I get it. Our emotions play a huge part in how we view the sport of boxing. The only thing I'm trying to do is give you some more factual, solid, non-emotional things, so when you do arrive at your opinion, you're working with a little bit more than just your emotions and who you came into the fight liking or not liking, what network you came into the fight supporting or being totally against. That's all we doing here. Okay, the right hand of Kovalev. If you are a person that believes that the fight was fixed, it's very simple for you. You just simply believe he wasn't throwing his right hand. He was just touching and patting with the jab and occasionally throwing a soft right hand because he didn't want to hurt Canelo because the fight was fixed. That is a simple answer for you. And again, I don't know if you are right or wrong. That is above my pay grade. I have an opinion on it, but I can't tell you for sure, just like you can't tell me for sure. And if that's how you feel, that's a very simple equation for you. Point blank, period. There's nothing really there to dive into and break down. That's just how you see it. But on the other side of that coin, on the other side of this argument, I would like to share some points with you because we can dive deeper here. Some factual things that have happened before in the sport of boxing when a fighter with a huge weapon, one big punch, some ways that he or she has had that punch taken away from them in a boxing ring. Let's use my top heavyweight, my favorite heavyweight, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. That's my dude right there, for an example. Now see, look at that. Just by saying that, I know how I throw you off. I know how the Amazing Eric Boxing Show sometimes trips you out. Because I know it was a group of people out there saying, wait a minute, he's supporting Canelo. He sounds like he doesn't think this fight was fixed. I like that guy. He's unbiased. Click, I just subscribed. Then the same guy turns around and says, my favorite heavyweight is Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. And you say, oh my God, he's not unbiased. Click, unsubscribe. I know that just happened out there with somebody. A guy asked me the other day, Emazing Eric, tell me your top 5 favorite fighters, not your top 5 pound for pound, just your top 5 guys that you like, your favorite fighters. I thought about it for a second and I said, okay, this is in no particular order, but these are probably my top 5 favorite fighters in the sport of boxing right now. Errol Spence Jr., Canelo Alvarez, look at some of y'all right there. What? Huh? That don't make no sense. Errol Spence Jr., Canelo Alvarez, Deontay Wilder. My favorite young buck in the game is Devin Haney and Manny Pacquiao. That's my top 5 right there. That dude looked at me like I was crazy. But I'm sorry. I was just keeping it real with him. Okay, my favorite heavyweight, Deontay Wilder. He was in a fight with Luis Ortiz. And whether you remember it or not, there were long stretches in that fight when that killer right hand, the most dangerous single punch you can get hit with in the sport of boxing, was in his pocket. It was right on his hip. He wasn't letting it go. He was very apprehensive to even throw it. He catches Ortiz with it early and drops him, I think round 2 or 3. He drops Ortiz, and then he ends up finishing the fight in round 10, 11, right in there somewhere. And in between those rounds, long stretches, 4 or 5 rounds in a row, he's super apprehensive about even throwing the right hand. Why was he like that? Because Ortiz was countering it. He was sitting, waiting on Deontay's right hand. Every time Deontay would get off of it, he was throwing heat on top of it. Look at this. Check this out. Look, Deontay throws the right, heat. Again, Deontay throws the right, heat. Deontay throws the right, heat. Then some body work. Look at it again. Through the right, heat, body work. This was discouraging Deontay. He did this over and over again, and it caused Deontay to put the right hand in his pocket for a little while. If you look here, when he actually hurts Deontay, look, bam! Right as Deontay Wilder's throwing the right hand, he's already coming with the counterpunch. That's how he ends up hurting Deontay, and all of this happens. Now, the difference in Kovalev and Deontay is, as soon as Ortiz was piling up on Deontay, throwing all those punches, Deontay's the major incredible hook. He started trying to tame the hook. As soon as Ortiz started putting that sweater vest, look at the hook right here, with the sweater vest and the glasses on. When Deontay felt this happening, he said, nuh-uh, that's not me. Deontay is at a different place than Kovalev is. He still is there mentally. He's a dog. He feels he's the best. Ain't nobody beating me. And what did Deontay do? He figured out a way around it. And if you look here, bam! That's how he ends up hurting Ortiz. He got his right off by countering Ortiz's left. But the point still stands. The way to get a fighter to keep that big punch at home is to throw a punch over it. And this is exactly what Canelo Alvarez was doing with Kovalev in the fight. Look at this. Okay, check Kovalev out right here. Watch for the right hand. Kovalev throws the right punch every time. Here he is again. Kovalev threw the right punch in return. Watch him right here. Kovalev setting him up, throws the right. Oh, there's a counter shot. Every time the right comes out. Here's another one. Kovalev's lining him up. Right, there's another counter shot. Right to the chest. Team Canelo clearly had a plan to disarm Kovalev's monster right hand, and that was to counter it. Every time Kovalev thought about throwing the right hand, Canelo was either coming over the top with heat or going under the bottom trying to catch him in the chest. So for those of you that might still be on the fence, you haven't decided whether or not you think the fight was fixed yet. Please know this about the right hand. It is true that Sergey Kovalev did not throw his power right hand often in this fight. It is also true that when he did throw it, there was not a lot of conviction on it like we were used to seeing in his past. And if that makes you feel that 100% this fight was fixed because of that, more power to you. I can respect your opinion. But you should also know this. There was a clear-cut and obvious strategy that Canelo Alvarez was using to take the right hand away from Sergey Kovalev all through the rounds. It might not have been that entertaining, the crowd was booing, but there is proof that he did come to the ring with some sort of strategy to take the right hand away. Okay, the last one, number 3, the knockout. Okay, let's look at the knockout right here. See, I can't really tell with that shot, but oh, that right, that's a real punch right there, y'all. That right hand was a real shot. That's chin meat. Somebody get in the comment section right now and hashtag chin meat. Like I said, the left hand, the first one, I can't make 100% call from the angle. It did hit him in the ear, which is an equilibrium spot, but I can't call that one. But that right hand was flush. You even saw Canelo turn his fist over on that one. That was a real shot. If the fight was fixed, Kovalev should be mad at Canelo for that. I've been like, bro, what's good? What you trying to do? That shot hurt. You overacting, trying to win an award. Who you think you are? The Mexican Denzel Washington? Come on, trying to win an ESPY and an Oscar on the same night. I feel like I can say for sure that that right hand that dropped Kovalev at the end was not fake. And let's not act like if you hit Kovalev right, especially with a right hand on that left side of his cheek, he won't do the stanky leg. Here he is against Andre Ward again. Do the stanky leg. Here he is against Alvarez. Do the stanky leg. And one more time, here he is against Canelo. Do the stanky leg. Alright, we covered all three levels. The fight build-up, the Kovalev right hand, and the knockout. Now, it's only one thing left. Once and for all, get in the comment section and tell me what you think. Was Canelo versus Kovalev a fixed fight? I'm gonna be looking for your answer. Until the next one, it's your man, Emazing Eric, y'all. Peace.